The unknown is such an uncomfortable place to be. But this message that's coming through today is calling you to appreciate it for what it is. And I know how hard that is. Trust me, I know how hard that is to do. But there's just this beauty about what's unknown. The thing is when we know something, it's already been defined. It's definitive. If I know I'm gonna work 40 hours a week and at the end of the week I'm gonna make $750. No, I'm just making up numbers. Don't be attached to those. I'm gonna make $750 and then I'm gonna pay this for that and then I'm gonna have this much left over. There's a lot of comfort and security in that. There's a lot of like comfort in knowing. But in the unknown, you have limitless potential. When we allow ourselves to not know things, it allows space for miracles. And I talk about that a lot, like leaving space for miracles. Probably do another video on that soon. I feel like it's been a while, but this is sort of kind of touching there too. But in this unknown place, it just creates more space. And it could be an unknown in a relationship. You're waiting to hear a response from someone, or an unknown about a job that you're applying for, or an unknown about something. Are you going to have kids or not going to have kids? Like, there's so many things that could be unknown in life. And that makes us really uncomfortable because it is our nature to find certainty, because with certainty, we can feel safe. And a lot of times when things are uncertain, we start grasping, like we're grasping for something certain to grab onto. But the thing about that is like that unknown space is where all the magic's happening, and being able to sit with that discomfort, it expands us. It expands us energetically. It expands us emotionally. It expands us on so many levels of being able to just sit with the discomfort. It's in a part of evolving emotionally. Like, it's just so important to be able to just sit in it, even though it feels gross and like you want to escape it. And that happens to me a lot of times when I'm in an unknown situation. I'm like, I want to reach for like substances or something, like, oh, I need to go have a drink, or let me go smoke some weed or something, and I've really made it a practice to not do that and to understand like the importance of the discomfort and the beauty of what can happen there. And I do a lot less reaching for distractions and numbing out than I did. And if I do choose to partake in a substance, it's for entertainment and for fun and not for distraction. But that desire is still there. That like, oh, let me distract myself from this because this is really uncomfortable. But that thing about grasping for certainty when we're in the unknown, that's going to leave us grabbing onto the thing that's not the thing. It's like, okay, so imagine you're going up this hill and at the top of the hill is your thing that you're trying to reach, right? But it starts getting really, oh, can't watch and do this at the same time. It starts getting really steep. So the steeper it gets, the more unstable you feel, and you're like, I'm going to fall, I'm going to fall, I'm going to fall. Now up here is this prize that you're going to grab, that with your full empty hands, you're going to grab this prize, but you're like trying not to fall. So you grab onto these, like this big pocket of cane grass or a weed tree, not like cannabis, but like a tree that's growing there. You grab onto something and then you've got something and you're certain and you're not feeling like you're falling anymore. But you never made it to the thing that you were going for, the thing that you desire, the thing that your soul is leading you towards. Instead, you grab the comfort thing. And then there you are in your comfort. When your real thing is up here and you're so close to it. You're so close to that thing that you've been waiting for. And it's so hard. I am there with you. I have been in the unknown for some things for quite some time now. And sometimes it makes me want to scream. And I want to lose faith. And I want to be like, screw you. I'm just going to settle for this thing or that thing. But the thing is when the more you feel like grasping and reaching for certainty, it just means it's getting steep. It just means that you're getting closer and closer to that thing that you've been going for. So get comfortable in the discomfort. Allow yourself to sit in that discomfort. That more discomfort is just because it's getting steeper. It's getting steeper. You're getting closer and closer. It doesn't mean that you're getting further from the thing. It means that you're getting closer to the thing. Maybe this is a bad analogy, but one of my many skills is I'm a doula. And one thing that often happens to women during birth is the pain around, like, say there's like 10 like 10 steps. And there's not an actual 10 steps, but on a scale of 1 to 10, there's like, you just started labor and a baby's coming out of you. Around the 7 to 8 mark is when the pain is the worst. But that's when it's almost over. That's when the contractions are the worst. But that's just like the final, like really the final push to get baby in place, to be coming out of the birth canal and the whole thing. But so many people, because it gets so intense at that point, they're like, give me the epidural. And who blames them? There is no judgment here. I have seen childbirth. Get that epidural, girl. If that's what you want, you go for it. If you don't want it, I respect it too. It's your choice, your baby, your body, whatever. I know I'm getting really deep in this example, but a lot of women around that 7-8 point, that's when it gets the most intense. So they're like, give me the epidural, even though they wanted so badly not to do the epidural. But the thing is that part was the most intense part. And then it all just starts coming really fast. It all starts going really fast. You get a little bit of relief from those intense contractions. Baby starts coming. It's a different kind of intensity. And then it's over. And oftentimes what happens is the epidural doesn't kick in until you're at the 10. But by the time you're at the 10, if you hadn't gotten the epidural, you would already be okay without it anyway. So the point of that is just kind of an example, right? Like, don't ask for the epidural, because not if you're in real pregnancy, but in life, don't reach for that thing that's going to ease the pain, because it just means that you're closer to what you want. When you get to that 7 and 8, it just means that you're just so close to what's happening, the final result, right? So when things feel really intense and really uncomfortable, I want to invite you to lean into it. How do you do that? Find ways to regulate your nervous system. I've got like 1 million meditations up here, y'all. Pick a meditation. We'll even put another one up because I like to do that. Find a way to regulate your nervous system. Do a box breath. Like 4 breaths in, like breath in for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, release for 4 seconds, or sometimes you release for 6 seconds, whatever breath you choose. But like, do some deep breathing, put your hand on your chest and on your belly, and like center yourself. Go for a walk outside, go be in nature, go lay on the ground, do a little dance, make a little love, whatever you can do to help yourself get through and stick to it without settling and without removing yourself from the game. You just got to be able to regulate your nervous system to get through this part, because you're so close. I am here. I have been told all morning, this is what I have to talk about, because you're so close, and you're so close to giving up or feeling discouraged, but don't lean in. You lean in by regulating your nervous system. Journal about it. Be honest about it. Start a conversation with AI. Man, AI can be a really supportive friend when you need to like let out your crazy and you don't want to put it on your friends, right? Trust me, I know. AI can be really supportive for that if that's what you've got. But like, lean into that discomfort. Ask it, what are you trying to show me? What do you have to show me? Say some affirmations about trusting in the unknown, trusting in your manifestations, trusting in your soul, trusting in yourself to follow that internal guidance, trusting in your process, trusting in the divine to give you everything that you're manifesting and everything that you desire. So the unknown, while it's scary and while it is uncomfortable, it is your friend, because it's in that space that we are able to stretch and to adjust. It's that discomfort that allows us to open up and create space for something bigger than what we're used to holding. New things, stretching, expanding is uncomfortable. It doesn't mean that there's something going wrong at all. Excuse me. It's okay to be uncomfortable. Lean into the discomfort. Lean into the unknown. It is your friend. It is in the unknown that the miracles happen. It is in the unknown that instead of settling, we open up to our greatest desires, our greatest manifestation, the greatest love, the greatest friendship, the greatest opportunities. Like, the unknown is such a sacred, beautiful place. And so I want you to think about me and put it in the comments if you've got like, if you have some responses to this. But when are some times in your life when things were unknown and felt really comfortable, but that you were able to sit through it? Remind yourself of your ability to do this. Remind yourself that you have what it takes to sit through this discomfort and this expansion of the unknown. Remind yourself of when you didn't know what was going to happen, but it turned out better than you could have expected. Because we could know all we want. The more we know, the less we're able to receive in a lot of cases, because again, knowing something glues you to that thing that you know. But when you don't know and you're open to the limitless possibilities that are available, then that's when the magic happens. And if you've been putting in the work and you've been hanging out and you've been like patient and you feel like, oh, my patience is running thin, spirit, like, come through for me. What is happening? Where are you? Lean into it. Regulate your nervous system. Show yourself that you've got this. Show yourself that you are strong enough to accept miracles, because miracles happen in the unknown. I hope this came through. This was kind of a quick message. I expected a lot more, but I don't know what else there is to say. I feel like, oh, I did write something in my phone. Let me look real quick. I don't want to miss. Yeah, that's it, right? In the unknown, the possibilities are endless. In the known, the end is resolute. In the unknown, the possibilities are endless. It could be anything. Allow yourself to be surprised. Allow the Creator to show you how loved you are. Allow space for bigger things to come in than what you've previously been comfortable with. You've got this. We're going to do a meditation about being in the unknown and allowing the expansion that comes with that. And I will drop it here as always. Have an awesome day. I love you. I'm so proud of you. Aloha.